I have some new cellular trail cameras to share today. Well, they're not very new. I've had them for a couple of months. I've actually had to set up a recharge on one of them because they did run out of time. But these cameras have been really great, and I do have multiple of them throughout the property, 2 with this brand, and I have one up here on the property which overlooks a good portion of it. And this actually gets really awesome signal right here. I get almost full bars most of the time with this one. Now these will go right in and be held in with a screw. But to give you a closer look at it, it's a really nice camera. It works really well. Here's your sensor here in the front, which has a pretty wide angle of view. I'll be able to show you a couple examples of some footage with it. This one has a pretty nice size antenna though for the cellular network, and it gets a really good signal. It actually gets most bars most of the time, and I'm able to remote into it from other locations, which has been pretty nice as I lived somewhere else. Now you could either charge this up with a Type-C, or you could put one of the little solar panels, which these do come with solar panels, and you can put the solar panel on there and that will keep it charged up. Now I did not think that this solar panel here would actually get enough sun to keep this charged, but it actually, since it doesn't trigger constantly, that will keep it charged even with very, very minimal sunlight coming in through these branches here. Originally I was going to cut all these trees down that's in the way and move it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But either way, it still works great, and you get a pretty nice long cord with these solar panels. These do have a whopping 7,800 milliamp battery, so they will power for quite a while even without that solar panel. It also does come with these straps where you can strap them around a tree, and the strap is pretty large, so you could actually strap it around a pretty large tree, as you can see, or you could use it in a smaller tree, a fence post, whatever you need to wrap it around. It also, I believe it did include a couple mounts that you can mount with screws for this and the solar panel, or at least the solar panel. I know they got mounts as well. Also makes it a little easier to adjust it and to change your angles and everything. Now I am going to use my phone to give you a quick look at this. I'm not sure if my Wi-Fi is going to reach all the way down here, so let's see how this works out. Right now we can see I just have this named as Cam 3. Cellular data is online. I did recharge this one. Now one con that I do have is that you have to pay to charge each individual camera. So even if you buy a 2-pack from them, you're going to end up having to recharge both of them. So I do wish that they would have a plan, even if it was like a multi-camera discount, which I did not see. It would be nice to see a plan which would allow multiple cameras. Now let's go ahead and we'll go into the camera and I'll give you a live view of what it looks like. All right, so we are connected. It is showing it. There is a little bit of a delay, and I think most of that connection is actually my phone. You'll see that I have a really weak Wi-Fi signal. I have my Starlink up on the hill right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the Wi-Fi. We'll see if we could get enough of the cellular to be able to get this to work down here. Right now I have LTE, but it's working. So right now we have SD mode. You could also go into HD. It is gonna make it look a little bit better. It's gonna make it a little better, especially if you download the file. Right now we're gonna have a little bit of streaming. You'll see that it's kind of trying to buffer and stuff, but it is kind of giving you that live view and what it sees right now, especially as it's really bright. You can see the difference of how bright it is and everything. Now you can also see where it's going to show you your activities detected, which of course those are going to be me right now as I've been standing around moving around with it. Now you could go back into different days and you could pull up the footage for that time period, whether it's going to be your TF card or it's the cloud. You'll be able to pull that up. So I was able to just scan back to the 29th, which is a few days ago, and you can see the activity for those different times throughout the day. Sometimes it's just a little animal that's moving around, but I've seen foxes, I've seen elk, deer, raccoons. I mean, there's a lot of wildlife on this property actually. But you could also take a picture or a snapshot, and you could start manually recording, and instead of doing that 20-second interval, you could just do a manual record and record for as long as you need it to have your footage. Now another thing is, if you have other people with the app, it is going to let you know how many people are viewing the video or the camera. You will see your 4G signal or your cellular signal. This one doesn't do too bad. Even when underneath all these trees, it still gets 3 to 4 bars most of the time. And it stays fully charged even with the way that the solar panel is. So I haven't had any issue with that at all. And it's been up here for a couple of months now. You could go into the settings. Let's see if it lets me. I'm having a lot of data issues. T-Mobile right now doesn't work the greatest out here since there was a tower outage several months ago from a storm, and they still haven't fixed it. So I'm still dealing with LTE. The cellular antenna gets a better signal. I don't know if it uses AT&T or what network they actually use. Okay, so now I'm able to go into the settings. So let's go in there. You could go in, you could change your device name. I do have a couple different ones that are device 2, 3, and I have some other cellular cameras that are on other networks and apps and stuff. But this one you can do your capture mode. So if you want to do video mode or you want to do image mode, you can do images. You can flip the image. So if you want to mount this upside down or whatever reason or whatever you need to do it for, you can flip that over for you. Work mode, you got dual way, one way. I'm not even exactly sure what that is for. You got your storage management, which you got your cloud, or you got your TF card. So you can do your TF if you're wanting to do that. I have both of them on, so it's going to save with both of them. And since I do pay for the plan now, I do have access to that stuff. You do have your vision modes. So you got your normal, you also got your night vision mode. I just have it on normal. I actually haven't really played with the night vision. I should actually see how that looks. Your activity detection, you could have that set for 3 different ones, so high, medium, or lower. I keep it at medium. If I put it on high, even the little branches and stuff that move around trigger it, so it triggers way too often. So I just keep it on medium, and the little animals and stuff that walk by, like the little foxes and everything, they still trigger it. You also got schedules that you can set up. You got a device alarm, so if you want to turn that on, you can. You got recording time. You can change how long you want the recording time, between 5, 10, and 20 seconds. But it works really well. Even with this horrible connection that I have with my phone, I'm still able to get connected right now and demonstrate it for you. So I was actually surprised. I thought I was going to have a little bit more issue there when I noticed that I was only getting LTE. But if you're looking for some cellular cameras to put on your property, whether you're hunting or you're just trying to watch stuff, these are awesome. They work really, really well. Like I said, my only complaint is that you got to pay for every single camera that you have. And I do wish that they would have a plan with the multi-camera like I mentioned. Now their prices aren't too bad. You can get an unlimited for an entire year, or you can even do 2 years. I did in 1 year, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than doing month to month. But hopefully this gives you an idea what to expect with these, and if it's something that you'd like to add to your property. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.